Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my review on the brand new film Jurassic World. Before we begin, obviously there will be spoilers. I'll be going to in-depth as best I can with what I thought of the film. It was good. It was a good film. It's not the best film I've seen ever, but still a good time at the cinema. Really quite enjoyed it. A few cheesy moments here and there, a lot more comedy sprinkled in, but overall I enjoyed the time at the cinema, and I don't regret buying a ticket at all. I quite liked at the start where basically the foot went down, you're like, what is that? And it pans out and it's just a bird. There's just a nice little knock to the fact that obviously dinosaurs and birds are connected. So the basic gist of the story is basically Jurassic World is open, it's open to the public, it's been open since I think 2005 basically, that there's not been an incident, there's not been a problem. It's basically a big world like SeaWorld or Orlando, Florida, you know what I mean, just a big theme park, and it's not been having any problems. The Indominus Rex gets out of its containment, obviously really intelligent animal, and they have to basically hunt it down. Obviously the park's in full flow and you get to see loads of the different attractions and rides. You get to see obviously the T-Rex paddock with him chowing down on the goat. You get to see the Gallimimus going around and everything. The gyrosphere, which basically just takes you through. They got like invisible kind of guides basically, and it takes you through all the like the herbivore area basically with Triceratops and all that kind of stuff. The shot with the Megalodon that again we saw in the trailers, but basically got the kind of same thing. Comes and eats the shark, is really quite awesome. But then you see all the crowd go down, and it basically takes them down underneath, and you get to see the Megalodon again under the water. And it's pretty awesome the way they do that, because I just thought that was quite an epic thing to do. We get introduced to a few characters. We get introduced to the two kids, Gray and Zach, the brothers. Obviously they're going away on the trip basically, and they've kind of been dulled by the whole thing basically. It's just well, one of them at least is just kind of T-Rex, you know what I mean, he's like that. But the other one's really interested because he's like quite intelligent as Gray. He's quite an intelligent little kid. We get introduced to this character called Claire. Basically she's the one that runs the park, so to speak. She kind of basically keeps everything organised, and she's very organised herself. Very on time, scheduled, and all this kind of stuff throughout her entire life, so she's the perfect person to take this on. Obviously they decided to do genetic breeding and hybrids basically, and that's what they made out the Indominus Rex. That was pretty awesome. Owen is Chris Pratt's character. He's able to not control the raptors, as he said. It's a mutual respect thing. It's like training a pack of wolves type thing. He's got their respect. He has 4 different raptors who are named Echo, Delta, Charlie, and the main one, Blue. Basically Blue is the beta, where obviously Chris Pratt's character is the alpha, so he's basically kind of trained them. And you've got the fat character Hoskins, the kind of guy that you think, oh, he's a dick, he's obviously going to die. He's kind of pushing him to use the raptors in different ways, and he's basically like, I don't agree with this, it's just a testing thing, it's not a case we want to put them up in the field, it's too dangerous. The Indominus Rex gets out of its cage because it's highly intelligent. It basically makes it look like it's already escaped, and then it hasn't, and it eats a few people, gets out, and then wanders off, and off it goes basically, and they have to try and hunt it down in any way they possibly can. See, Hoskins is pushing to have the raptors take down the Indominus Rex, and obviously Chris Pratt's character Owen is not allowing that to happen. Indominus Rex is really quite intelligent, even claws out its tracking signal. It's able to camouflage itself. It's just really highly intelligent. Obviously later on in the film you realise that it's just killing for sport, it's not actually killing to eat, it's just killing animals for the sake of it. It gets intertwined with the kids as well, tries to kill it in the gyrosphere, which is a pretty cool thing. They manage to get out and they jump down through the river. Claire finds out that the kids are out basically in the area where the Indominus Rex is, and she gets Owen, and they have to go and try and find the kids and get them back. When he went into the aviary, he smashed through to the aviary, and then all the pterodons and all the like basically aviated dinosaurs got out and are able to like pick people off, which they did. It was really good because there were so many people in peril and they're being picked off one by one. Some of the deaths were predictable, but there was one that I didn't think was that predictable. Mr. Masrani does die. He's the guy that's kind of taken on the this my dream role basically. He's the guy that put all the money behind it and did everything. He was quite a nice guy. You know, he wasn't like an asshole or anything, but he was just kind of happy-go-lucky. This is like, I want this dream fulfilled, you know, type guy. And he's obviously training to be a helicopter pilot at the same time, and obviously the helicopter falls through the aviary and blows up and unfortunately kills him, which was a bit of a shock because I didn't think that he was going to die. All the ones I picked that were going to die died, and he was not one of the ones I picked to die. It was quite, you know, it was good. It was a good little twist. We had Dr. Henry Wu from the first film. We had a very small role in the first film. He was basically the guy that was in the lab, and you don't see him that much. You see him a little bit, obviously, as they're invading the raptors, and that's all you see. But in this, he's got a more prominent role. He's basically in charge of everything in all this like breeding area and everything in the lab. He's in charge of. He kind of works for Hoskins. So we get round to the night time. They basically, Hoskins is taken over. He's taken charge. He's basically saying to Owen. Owen fucking gives him a hell of a punch as well. I think all the people in the cinema go, oh, good, because he's a dick. He's a fucking knobend. He's decided we're going to do this thing with the raptors and get the raptors to like take charge of the raptors, get them to take down this Indominus Rex with or without your help, Owen. So basically, Owen said, I'm going to have to do this because it's basically, if I don't do it my way, then it's not going to work. Which it doesn't anyway. Of course, they let the raptors out, they track down Indominus Rex, and then it's as the four of them are staring at the Indominus Rex, you realise that the Indominus Rex has got raptor DNA in it, and he ends up being able to turn the raptors on the people that they've been with. One thing I didn't think was going to happen, we got loads of raptors killing other people, because I didn't think that was going to happen in this film, and it did, and I'm really glad that it did. The relationship between Blue and Owen, because they're basically the two kind of in charge, I really quite liked, because she was quite conflicted whether to kill him, whether not to kill him, and all this kind of stuff. Obviously we lost one of the raptors in the fight, then it was down to 3 of them. They chased the kids and Claire in the truck all the way back to the main area basically, and then we had Owen as well giving chase, and obviously Blue following behind. They get into the lab area, and basically Hoskins and his men are taking all the stuff and she's saying, oh, it's above your pay grade, you can't do that, and she's arguing with him. Then Blue kind of comes in, separates from Hoskins there and everybody else over there, staring Hoskins down. Hoskins trying to stop him, and I was like, this is it, this is where he's going to die, it's going to be poetic justice. He's going to get killed by the raptor, and he does. They run away, raptor leaps on him and kills him, blood across the wall, dead. And I'm glad he died that way, because he was a dick to the raptors, absolute dick. Final fight was quite extravagant, quite you know, out there really, but I still quite enjoyed it. It was quite fun. There's a couple of things I didn't expect, kind of thing. Basically the raptors kind of cornered the 4 of them, and then he was able to calm down Blue, and he took the headset off her and basically said, don't worry, I'm your friend, I'm not going to hurt you. And then the Indominus Rex appeared, and then the raptors turned and started attacking the Indominus Rex. 2 more of them died. Basically it was just down to Blue, and it was just Blue versus the Indominus Rex for a while, with the 4 of them kind of running in and out of buildings, basically trying to get away from him. And it's basically Gray, the little kid, decides we need more teeth, we need more stuff. And this is the thing that I did not expect to happen. They got the T-Rex out of the paddock, Claire did with the flare, out of the paddock to attack the Indominus Rex. At this point you think Blue's gone, he's been kicked to she's been kicked to the side, and there's a big fight between the 2 of them. That was really quite good, and the second you think the T-Rex is dead, Blue appears out of nowhere and they both take him on. Then massive fight back and forth. It's quite epic, it's quite silly, but it's really quite fun and enjoyable to watch. And basically as soon as they've cornered him right by the end of the pool, the massive Megalodon just comes out, crashes in, grabs him and drags him under the water, and that is the end of the Indominus Rex. Done, dead. After that, obviously, the T-Rex kind of wanders off, and then you have a quick moment with Owen and Blue, and basically he basically just go, basically, and then Blue is off into the wilderness, because I assume the park will be shut down after this, and then it basically kind of goes to the refugee with all the warehouses, all the people and everything. You get Gray and Zach meeting their parents again, having their moment, and then you have Claire and Owen having their moment. Bit cheesy kind of ending, and then it kind of pans out to the basically dilapidated Jurassic World. You go right up to the top where the helipad is, and then coming out on top of the helipad was the T-Rex, and basically it's a massive roar, and boom, the film ends. Again, quite cheesy, quite out there, but I really quite enjoyed it. Yeah, again, I enjoyed this film. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't amazing, but it was still a good time at the cinema. There was a lot of good comedy moments in it, there's a lot of good action scenes in it, a lot of good deaths and everything, which is what we always enjoy in Jurassic Park or any of the Jurassic film. So that's what I thought of the new film Jurassic World. Again, don't try and compare it to the first film, because it doesn't stand anywhere near that film. Just try and review it as a separate film, and it's still quite enjoyable. I thought it was alright. So let me know what you thought of the film down below in the comments, or you can send me an email. Also, you can find me on any social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just type in Nerd Bites anywhere and you'll find me. And of course, keep it nerdy.